versus Man City, one of the biggest games in years between these two clubs. I'm nervous. I'm joined by Gavin this afternoon for the match build-up. Gavin, I'm sure you're nervous as well.
Well, I started drinking about 11 o'clock, so I must be because I don't usually drink. So, but yeah, nervous, excited, optimistic, scared, but kind of it's really weird because like I spoke to you this morning, like and I said confident, but nervous at the same time.
I was confident that I was confident this morning, but now as we're getting closer to the kick-off, I am feeling really really nervous. Obviously, we've seen the team.
Yeah.
It's good. I'm relieved to see that Varane is starting alongside Lindelof and not Harry Maguire.
Yeah.
We had this conversation this morning where we thought Harry Maguire Maguire would possibly start, but he hasn't. Fred's in that midfield. I think he will sit back. I think he'll sit just behind the back four this afternoon to protect that back four, and I think we may see in periods of the game where Casemiro and Eriksen will maybe given a bit more freedom going forwards.
Yeah.
When we're on the ball.
Yeah, totally agree with you. I just think that the fact Casemiro's there, I just hope that with the pitch and things like that, none of the players, none of our big name players get injured. Because that'd be a massive blow because the amount of games that we've played, it could be a massive blow for us if one of our big players get injured. But it's just keeping everyone fit and just not being afraid of them. I think, pressing them early on, not allowing them. I know they play from the back and that's what they like to do. But pressing them from the off and not being afraid of them and just trying to, try and win every ball, try and keep Haaland as quiet as we can. If we need to put two people on Haaland, put two people on him just to try and keep him quiet.
Yeah, I think
as they said, like I said, if we still in there with about 20 minutes to go, if it's 1-1 with 20 minutes to go, I've had a funny feeling. I just said to you before you and live, I had a funny feeling, and you asked me how much I had to drink. I said about Vegas coming off a bench and scoring a winner, and I'm not the only United fan to have said that. It's quite a few I've spoken to that feel the same way as well. Because granted, he hasn't scored hardly anything for us, but I think back to the World Cup.
Yeah.
When Argentina played Holland and he scored 2 for Holland against Argentina, he's got a goal in him, and it's just I think if it's his last game for us, if he was to win us the FA Cup, it'd be phenomenal. But let's just hope come 3 hours time, we'll both be celebrating, and we would have stopped them not from winning the treble, and we would have won the double, and I think we've had a very good season, which I think you wanted to touch on as well. You wanted to discuss the season that we've had.
Yeah, so just come back to what you said about Weghorst. I personally think he is trying too hard to score. So I seen the chance he missed last weekend against Fulham.
Yeah,
and you could just see the place. He knew he missed a sitter, but I just think he's just trying too hard. He's wanting the goal. He's wanting the goal to come too much.
Yes.
I think if he relaxed a lot more in games, I think he would have scored a lot more goals than he has this season. If he comes on, then it's probably going to it will be his last appearance for United. He isn't going to be staying beyond the season. But I think the games he has started, even though he hasn't scored the goals we've all wanted him to score. When you look at his work ethic, the hard work he's put on in the field, he's contributed towards goals, and I think that's one of the reasons why Erik ten Hag has picked him at certain times during his United career as well. But going back on today's game, for me, the first 10 minutes is probably going to be the most important.
Yeah, I'd say the first 15, 20 minutes, I agree with you, are going to be most important because we don't want to let them score early. We don't want to, we want to try and keep a foot in the game. Just try and let them know that we're there for a game and not that we're there to be rolled over. Like, I think back to, like, when we played them in the league in January and we beat them at home. It's like we played quite well.
Yeah,
And that was like a last minute, well, not last minute, but it was like a goal with a couple of minutes to go.
yeah. I think the worrying thing is, obviously, if we start, I think we've seen a period of time, especially in the first half, where we started the first half really, really poor. We've allowed the other team to dominate and score. I think that's gonna,
We can't do that again.
a lot of United fans will be thinking the same today. You know, we need to keep it tight the first 10, 15 minutes of the game, because if we let them score the first 10 minutes, then they're you know, they're going to go and they could be 2 or 3 up at half time, and by then, you know, it could be game over. Hopefully that doesn't happen.
No.
But if we can keep it tight the first 15, 20 minutes, go in at 0-0 at half time, I'd be happy with that. And then second half, then try and take the game to them.
Well, even if we go in at half time and we're still in the game, I think I'd be happy with that.
Yeah. Even if we were 1-0 down at half time, it wouldn't be great, but it wouldn't be like it wouldn't be that bad that we we and the players know that they could get back into the game. But I think the
first goal is key.
Yeah.
I think
half of me believes that we can go and beat them, but the other half thinks, you know, if we start getting inconsistent on the ball, and we start making silly mistakes and giving the ball away cheaply and allowing them to get forward quickly, or hitting them on the counter attack and leaving too much space at the back, I think that's the main issue. I think, you know, we've got to go into the game with a plan today. It can't just be sit back, trying to hit them on the counter attack. Hopefully, Erik ten Hag has come up with a plan. I think we know Man City are going to have a lot of the ball today, and I think Erik ten Hag is expecting Man City to have a lot of the ball, because you just got, you know, look at their team. They will dominate possession, and I think we'll have to be patient for large parts of the game.
Yeah,
but if players stay focused and they stay patient.
Yeah, the three at the back that are starting for Man City today, I think it's the first game they've started since they beat Madrid in the Champions League. So, you know, that could have a positive impact. It could have a negative impact. You know what I mean? It's the first time they've played together. You know, the weather might play a part. You know, tiredness, fatigue. You know, we've played more games than anyone else, so I just hope that the players can, you know, sort of like keep their composure and not let the occasion get the better of them.
Yeah, well, we spoke about this morning, obviously, when we said that Man City have arrested quite a few players over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's either going to go in their favour this afternoon, or go against them. Hopefully, it goes against them. But like I said, hopefully in 3 hours' time it will be us lifting the trophy, not them. There's been loads of talk about we need to stop them from winning a treble. But that's coming mostly from fans. I think that the team themselves, they got to go out there today and believe that they can go and beat Man City.
Yeah. And you know, them in January, so you know they are beatable, even though everyone is like. I mean, when did you ever think about it? You know, like that you'd see Man United going into an FA Cup final, like we'd be classed as the underdogs, which we are. You know, maybe that will go in our favour. You know, maybe it'll be a case of, well, you know, we are the underdogs. You know, we should be beating them, like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's nobody, unless you're United. You know, unless you're a United fan, there's nobody giving us a chance at all in this game. Everyone's everyone's back in Man City. I watched people talk before the game. People are confident that Man City will win 3 or 4-0.
Yeah.
I don't think it will be that kind of game. I think it will be. I think both teams will be a bit cagey.
I was just going to say, just afterwards, and I'm kind of hoping that the first 15, 20 minutes, it'll be like, well, you know, you come at us, we'll come at you, and it'll just fizzle out. And it's going to go one of 3 ways, right? I think it's either going to be, I'll get the worst out of the way first of all. They're either going to hammer us, and it'll be 4 or 5-0, and we won't turn up. Right, Alan Shearer said at the beginning of the coverage on BBC that he just said, hopefully there's lots of goals. It'll either be 0-0 extra time and we'll win it on penalties, or it'll be like a really, really, the 99 Champions League final, really, really cagey. They battered us for like 89 minutes. We still in the game and then we nick a goal.
Yeah.
That'll be the only. That's the way. There's three ways that I see it going. I mean, it could be 0-0 for 120 minutes, and it goes to penalties.
I hope my nerves couldn't take that at all.
I mean, I was bad enough in the semi-final, and that was against Brighton on penalties. So against City in the cup final, it's like it's really weird, like, because I got up this morning. I was up early. I was excited. I was like, every time I was getting a little bit excited, I was like, it's City. It's like, I think if we were playing somebody like a Chelsea or a Brighton or a Sheffield United or something, I don't think we would be. I don't think we would have the nerves that we've got. It's just, it's them. It's a derby. It's a cup final in a derby, and it's like it's like what the. It could be anyone else, like, and I wouldn't feel as nervous, but it's them, and it's what's the stake as well.
Yeah, and it's not just the bragging right at stake here. Obviously, this is our chance to go and prove to a lot of people who've been doubting United that we are capable of beating the big teams like Man City.
And it shows also how far we are from them. Do you know what I mean? Going into next season, but I don't know. I mean, we've had a fantastic season.
Oh yeah. Whatever happens this afternoon, I don't want to see if the worst thing happens and we lose. I don't want to see United fans coming out and slating Erik ten Hag or slating players.
No.
I don't think that will happen. Obviously, like you say, it's been a fantastic season. I think we've had multiple conversations about this, about Erik ten Hag when he come in as United manager. I think we both said, we're going to have to give him time to.
Sorry, I just glanced at my TV and they're interviewing Pep Guardiola, and Ten Hag. He's arrived at Wembley, full club suit, all the players in a club suit. Guardiola's talking. He got a hoodie on. He got a hoodie with a big P on it, and like kind of like tracksuit bottoms and jeans, or. Yeah, he just said he's not thinking about next Saturday. I'm only thinking about today, he said.
Yeah, so going back to what we were talking about in regards to the season that we had, because we started the season quite badly. Obviously, we had those first two games against Brighton and Brentford. We lost the first two games, and I was thinking,
the Liverpool game at home that really kickstarted our season, and I think it's quite apt really, because like it was the Liverpool game at home that kickstarted our season, and it was the Liverpool game away that derailed our season. Because up until we played Liverpool away, we were, there was talk of us in a title race. I mean, I never spoke about it. There was United fans saying, if we can win these couple of games, we'd only so far behind Arsenal. And then we lost them. Let's not call a spade a spade. We lost 7-0 to Liverpool. It was a freak result. We lost 6-3 to Man City, but we still finished above Liverpool. We still finished in the Champions League space. We won the Carabao Cup. We lost to the Europa League finalists because they won the Europa League.
Well, it was just after the World Cup we hit that peak, didn't we? And we went on a fantastic run of form.
Yeah, up until the Liverpool game, and then we lost against Liverpool. They battered us, and we didn't turn up. But it's like, for me, it's like I said to my mate the other day, like, he's a Liverpool fan. I said, we've had a great season. I said, and if we win the FA Cup, I said, it'll be a fantastic season. I said, but I said, take nothing away from it. I said, if we end the season and we don't win the FA Cup, yeah, I'll be disappointed, but I'll be over the moon as well because, he's got us playing the way we've loved and we've grown up. He's got us believing. He believes.
Yeah.
He believes. He said last Sunday on the pitch against Fulham, he said, I believe these players will do everything they can to bring the trophy back home to Old Trafford. He believes, and I think I my thoughts on Ten Hag. I love him. I absolutely love him. He's been the best manager we've had since Sir Alex Ferguson. I think that if he gets back in the summer, Sky Sports News have reported now this morning. I don't know if you've seen it as well, because I know you've been out and about this morning. Sky Sports News have reported now. They're reporting that we've opened talks with Chelsea Mason Mount. I don't know if that is an Eric Ten Hag signing. I'm assuming it is. There's talk that the Napoli defender, Kim Sumin, it's his last game for the club this weekend, and he will join Man United. There's talk that what's his name has turned down a new contract at Porto. The goalie, is it Diogo Costa?
Costa, yeah.
Yeah, he's turned down.
He's been heavily linked to United over the last couple of weeks.
Heavily linked to United, and in relation to the takeover, it's funny. I just seen on Twitter now Brian Glazer. I've never seen him in my life, but he's at Wembley today with his wife and children, and he's posing with the FA Cup. So what he's doing there, I don't know. Take that what you will. I think Avram Glazer is meant to be there, but Joel Glazer's not. So I don't know, but what I don't like is this Brian Glazer. I don't think I've ever seen him in a Manchester United game, and he's there today at Wembley. There was talk that when they came over for the Carabao Cup final and the Women's FA Cup final, they took £250,000 out of the club to pay for a private jet over for them. Whether or not this is like their last hurrah. But how good would it be if come the end of tonight, they announce they're selling the club and we won the FA Cup? It'd be up there as one of the best seasons to me if that gets announced and we win the FA Cup. But it just, I think a lot of people, like, I've always said to you as well, going back to last season, some stand-up performances for us, the City game in the league. We've had some downs, losing 6-3 to Man City, the first two games of the season, losing them. Losing 7-0 to Liverpool. But beating Liverpool in that third game, that first home game of the season, and the atmosphere there that night. Yeah. And the way Ten Hag reacted that night, after that third game, I was like, right, we've had a blip, but let's go. Let's see where it takes us. And all season, it's been like up and down journey. We had a good run in the Europa League. It's like we beat Barcelona, and I said to you, if we beat Barcelona, we win it. Fortunately for us, we came up against Sevilla, and we should have won that. But we didn't turn up in the second leg. We'd done all the hard work in the first leg.
Well, in the first leg, we went 2-0 up, didn't we? And we allowed them to come back. We allowed them to get back into the game.
Yeah, and it was like we did all the hard work and we didn't turn up in the second leg. But they went on to win it. Oh, Liam Gallagher's there, but they went on to win it. Do you know what I mean? So. Sevilla went on to win the Europa League, so that's not a bad thing to say that we lost to them. I don't think they're a bad team. If we lose to Manchester City today, they are a fantastic team, and they probably apart from our I'd probably say, apart from our treble winning season and our 08-09 season, our 08-09 squad, this Man City side have been the best football team I've ever seen. And that's taking nothing away from them. Yeah, people say, oh, they've been bankrolled by, oil money, like that. But if those United fans that have said that, if we get taken over by Sheikh Jassim, where do they think that money's coming from? That's how football is run now. I think today it's just a case of, enjoying what football's left. Try and enjoy today. I'll watch the Champions League final next Saturday. I've got no qualms. I'll watch that. I haven't got an issue in watching that. But it's just if we can cap off a good season today and win the double, I think it's something to be proud of. We just got to hope then that the club announced that they're selling. It's good to see that we're trying to get business done early. From what I can see, Harry Kane still remains a target. And as I said to you this morning, the fact that we're being talked about players, and there's players being linked, the Ten Hag, I would imagine Ten Hag would be the type of person. I don't think he would be the type of person to just not worry about where the money's coming from. He would want to know how much money have I got, so I can go and get the players I need. Now, as I said, if it is Jim Radcliffe, as long as the Glazers do leave, and Jim Radcliffe runs it like a football club and he allows us to, he clears some of the debt and he does what he says he's going to do in his promise, I won't be happy. But as long as it means that the Glazers go at the end of however long he wants them out by, then what will be. If it is Sheikh Jassim comes in, it's 100% control of the club, the debt is cleared, and it's basically an unlimited checkbook for Ten Hag.
And I think what we're seeing at the club now is something that we haven't seen for quite a few seasons. The fact that we're being linked with some of the best players in Europe. When you look back at last season and see on the seasons before, some of those players wouldn't even consider talking to United, but now.
Well, you say that, but we signed Casemiro last year and we didn't have Champions League, and we signed Casemiro from nowhere. There's talk of Neymar coming in. I don't want Neymar. He's 31. I don't want him. I think he'd be another Pogba.
I agree with you. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk about Neymar being linked with United, and Neymar would come to the Premier League and he'd love to come and play for United. But I wouldn't want him at United. I wouldn't want him at United.
No, and you know what? I think it's I just think that. I think it's obviously, if the club has been sold, perhaps the players and the manager and the people of the football club are aware of it and they are waiting until to get today out of the way to announce it. But what my worry is, if it is Jim Radcliffe that has got the club, and as I said to you this morning, his kind of impression is I'll buy a percentage of the club, you can keep a percentage of the club, but within 2 to 4 years, what remaining shares you have, you sell to me. And if we win the FA Cup today, we go on and we challenge a bit more for the league next season. We win a European trophy. We win the FA Cup or something, and we start to become successful again. The Glazers are going to look at it and think, well, hang on a minute. When it comes to us selling, if we go, you imagine if we went through a period, in the next 4 years, let's say we won the league and, we started challenging on all 4 fronts again and we were back, not back under like where we were under Sir Alex, but back, challenging for trophies and always thereabouts and in the mix. The Glazers, I think, well, hang on a minute, if we were playing shit and we had 6 billion for the club, how much can we ask for now for Jim Radcliffe to buy us out? And then it could get to the stage then where they could look at it and they could go, well, if Jim Radcliffe wants to buy and have full control of the club, he's got to give us 10 billion. And then Jim Radcliffe then is like, well, I promised that I'll do it. So what's to say then that Jim Radcliffe doesn't go and get a loan, puts more debt onto the club to pay them off, And they turn around and go, "Oh, actually, we're not going." And they're always, the thing is, it's a cash cow for them, okay? And the scary thing is, right, but and I think you'd agree with me, the Glazers have never said that they were selling. They've said that they would listen to, they haven't said the words, "We are looking to sell." They've said we're exploring all options, whether it be a full sale, a partial sale, or investment. Now, we don't know what Jim Radcliffe has offered. As I said to you this morning, this Sheikh Jazim, nobody's ever seen him. I've seen 2 or 3 photos of him, and the 3 photos I've seen of him, one of them is in a Man United shirt, and it looks photoshopped, and the other one, he's sitting there in a turban and like a, Indian gear, and that looks photoshopped. So nobody even knows if the Sheikh Jazim is even a real person. No, nobody. We've not seen him. We've not seen him. And, we've seen Jim Radcliffe. We've seen Jim Radcliffe go into Old Trafford to meet the Glazers and to meet the Rain Group and have discussions with the Rain Group. When it was Jazim, it was delegates to Sheikh Jazim went to Old Trafford. So we don't even know who he is, what his intention. He said yes, full control of the club. All debt cleared, 300 million to buy players. But, I think if one of them is at Wembley today, if the camera pans and Jim Radcliffe's at Wembley today, I think that's a telling sign that he's bought the club and he's the successful bidder. If Sheikh Jazim is there and they say it's Sheikh Jazim, then I think that's a telling sign. Because let's be honest with it, right? If it was me and you, yeah, me and you now would form the consortium and we were buying the club, we would want to be at Wembley today to watch our team or our potential team, our potential club that we're going to own. We would want to be at Wembley to see if they win the FA Cup. We wouldn't want to be like, "Oh, well, I tell you what, we'll stay away from Wembley today because, but then again, they might, because, if, like, once the players are on the pitch, right, the players are going to know if Avram Glazer's there today, if Brian Glazer's there today. The players are going to know if Jim Radcliffe's there. The players are going to know if Sheikh Jazim is there. I don't want that affecting the players. But, like, I just think that if the camera says, "Oh, Jim Radcliffe's here today," or one of the commentators says, "Jim Radcliffe's here today," I think it's a safe bet that, he's won the bid. I mean, the Glazers could turn around and say, "We are staying, but, we've had investment in from Sir Jim Radcliffe, who's put money into the club to reinvest in, like, the stadium and stuff."
Yeah.
And invest in players. We still remain in full control. But, we've had investment from an outside source.
I mean, just to go back on some of the points that you made there, obviously, when you said that one of the family members of the Glazers is there and he's never been seen before, that could be an indication that today is their last game, as you mentioned.
Yeah, no, I agree with it. I agree with you. It could be a case of,
or it could be just them just inviting everybody, family,
chance to see them,
that trying to show that they support the club. In regards to the owners, obviously, I would guess it's as good as everybody else's. Nobody knows what's going on.
No. Well, there are people that know what's going on, but they're the people that need to know what's going on, and anything else is just you got all these in the knows apparently on Twitter saying, "Oh, an announcement would be made." They don't know nothing. They just put an ad out there for clickbait. They don't know anything. It's there's a Twitter user called Qatar FC, and every so often he'll tweet like, "Here we go," and it'll be like a Saudi flag with the Man United flag that they get on Twitter. And it'll be like an airplane taking off, and it'll be like, "Here we go, announcement imminent," or massive announcement in the next 2 to 3 hours, and then nothing comes of it. These are just people out there that, like, they just chuck in like a ball out there and open a stick in it.
Yeah, it's been a really good show. Just to quickly wrap it up, like I say, like we both agree, it's been a really good season this season. I think the aim next season is to progress, bring in. We definitely need the forwards, whether it's Harry Kane, whether it's somebody else. I think that's one position that we're lacking.
Yeah.
And I think the aim for next season, even though it's been a fantastic season this season, I think the aim for next season is to get. I'm not saying that we're going to win. I'm not saying that we're going to win the league next season. So I still think we're a few key players away from doing that. But I also think it's really important that we get closer to Man City next season.
Yeah, Jason Marmon said to Ten Hag, I'm watching it in the background. He said, "Is the fact stopping and winning a treble on the players' minds?" And he said, "No, we just want to win the trophy." As I said to you, I don't think. I think it means more for the fans to stop them winning the treble.
Okay. Is there anything that you want to add on the show, Gab, before we go? Because I want to.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. Just on, do it.
Come on, United.
We can do it. Vegas, I'm telling you now. Vegas, last minute winner. I'm telling you now. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. He's going to win us the cup. He's going to.
Can you imagine if you come on and scored the winning goal like the 88th minute or something?
Huh?
Can you imagine if you come on and score like the winning goal in like the 88th minutes?
Tell you now, sir. I played out in my head last night. We're going to have a corner. And it's going to come out, and he's going to be back post, and he's going to dunk, he's going to dink it in, and he's going to run, and he's going to cry, and he's going to run to the corner, and he's going to be like, tell you now. I got a feeling it's going to happen. I said it for about 2 weeks. I said it's going to happen. I don't know why. I just said it'll be like 1-1. They'll score first, we'll equalise, Rashford will equalise, and we'll be pushing, and we'll just get like a corner, and he'll come on, and he'll just cause havoc, and he'll just score. I don't know why. What's your prediction? Go on, give me a prediction.
I'm going to be really, really brave here. I'm going to go with 1-0 United.
Oh, I'll take that. I'll take away. No, listen, about Vegas, that's my heart speaking. My head is saying that City all day, City are going to win it. But my heart is telling me, and I want him, I'd love it to be him as well. Because, as you said, he hasn't done really anything. And there was a City fan that done a video with the United stand last night. And he was saying in it, he said, the fact that you've got Vegas as a striker is embarrassing. And the headline was, Vegas an embarrassment. And I just thought, please let him score. Just to he saw a 3 million loan signing, and he's done nothing. He's been rubbish. And there was a girl on the United stand, I don't know her name, you might know her name. But she was like, he's going to do nothing in the FA Cup final. I got more chance to score in the FA Cup final than he have. I was thinking, never write this off. It's when we've written off, and you know this from being a United fan for almost as long as me, when we've been written off, or when the chips are down and we're written off, we always get a result.
You always find a way.
And I just hope that these players can bring it home for us, but that's all. It's just I'll be honest, you're right. I'm 40 years of age, and you were 40 this year, I think. If we win, I'd probably cry if we won, because it means so much to me. Because I just feel like the last couple of years, I just feel like I've been on such a journey.
Oh yeah, the last 10 years we've been on a roller coaster of a ride. We've had ups and we've had more downs and ups.
We thought he was a saviour, but I genuinely say this from the bottom of my heart. I believe in Ten Hag, and I believe that he is the man to get. He gets it. He speaks like a fan. He gets it. He loves the club. He's got players that, we didn't think playing well. But come on, get your money on, son. Get a bet on Vegas to score the winner. I don't know what the odds are. Chuck a quid on him. United 2-1, Vegas to score at any time, and just chuck a quid on him and thank me later. But 20 minutes, 20 minutes to kick off. Right, enjoy it, son. Enjoy it.
Come on, United! You can do it.
Fans watching, thank you. Enjoy it. Wherever you are in the world, enjoy it. We can
Yeah,
do
Gav, I just want to say thank you to you. I'm going to be back on I'm going to be back on later, talking about the results, whether it's good or bad. But
if you go live and I get a notification, let me know that you're going live. I'll keep a lookout for you. If we win, I might jump on. I don't know what state I'll be in. I might be drunk, but I'll jump on and we'll celebrate together, son. But come on.
yeah. Well, yeah. If we win, we can possibly both go live. And
If we lose, don't go live. Don't do anything if we lose. Just take it for what it is, and just
oh no, if we lose, it'll just be a normal video. But if we win, then I reckon we should go live, celebrate.
We will. And I'm sure we'll message throughout the game. But enjoy it, son. I'm gonna chuck a quick song on now to get me in the mood for the Stone Roses, and then I'm ready for it.
All right, Gav, as always, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. I'm going to watch a bit of build up now and get me myself ready for the game.
See you soon.
Thanks very much, and thank you all for watching. Take care. Bye bye.